What it do, 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 what it do. I go by the name of BREE, represent that self-made hustle TV, where the hustle has to be in you, not on you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me get this. These are reaction videos for educational use purposes, and that's about it. All right, let me see what I can put up there. Shout out to everybody. Happy motherfucking Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Y'all get in here and play a couple jams. We gonna get into the content, man.
Go sign it. Wait, hold up. B, I got him. Hey.
Oh, my God.
I'm starting my morning in a blunt and exotic. I wanna rock right now, rock a robin. I'm beating and bobbing. I stay with a thick little yellow like Christopher Robin. I name my drink Mr. Miyagi, cause how that bitch kicking must know some karate. Ouch. Don't get stretched like Pilates. The Glock here know how to bend up a body. We don't snitch, no signing. Wait, hold up. B, I got him. Hey, you talking shit. Problem. This 40 cal B is knocking. I fucked his bitch, he whining. She bent over, understood the assignment. Hey, you won't smoke, it's crying. Again with my grenade. Let me check my fresh eye. Diamonds on my neck, I keep a stitch up like a Jedi. Watch me bend my neck out. East side, west side, north side, south side. If I up that Glock boy, never broke again. Top boy, RP, bang, roll, high boy. Watch me beat this pot out. Dope boy, magic tie. Watch me grab my neck out. Like I'm trying to flex high. I pop the bean, the red kind. All night, the red eye. You gon' rob who? Bet night. Yeah, I rock, bitch, I. Hey, hey, hey. My drink go body count Tiana Trump. Switch on the gleam, new pump. B2K, that bitch go bum, bum, bum. I need the money, the blue hunt. I'll be all in my salad, I feel like a crouton. I get your murder discounted. I see your gain on the flight out to heaven on Groupon. I'm on the beam, the blue one. Hey, my wrist gray, poop on. Hey, you say you gang, shoot some. Bitch, hand me the Glock, you ain't do nothing. Say, my gang ace, the zoo come. Hey, hold up, Ben, who run it? We just hit a bean. New blood, nobody bet not stitch. Bitch, I let me check my fresh eye. Diamonds on my neck, I keep a stitch up like a Jedi. Watch me bend my neck out. East side, west side, north side, south side. If I up that Glock boy, never broke again. Top boy, RP, bang, roll, high boy. Watch me beat this pot out. Dope boy, magic tie. Watch me grab my neck out. Like I'm trying to flex high. I pop the bean, the red kind. All night, the red eye. You gon' rob who? Bet night. Yeah, I rock, bitch, I.
Ben. Hey, it's payday, America. Goddamn it. It is payday in America, man. One more jam, man. One more, man. You know, once I get this shit in my system, it, you know.
You made this beat?
Put a budget on top of your boat. I hit her once and she got me a load. I'ma do it myself, ain't no stopping this boat. I'm the first one to go for the first one to play. Stacking too much of paint, need a whole nother state. S550, bitch, came with some leg room space. I just spilled me a tris of this tray. I mean, I spent a tray of this tris. I pass the rock, I might gain the assist. I really be 1 deep, 2 deep. I came with a bitch, I ain't been in the streets cause I'm rich. B26, hold 32 like Carl Anthony Towns. Should've played for the Knicks. Mama know I came through every time for the rent. Fuck spinning my shit on some kicks. I played the block for like Anthony Davis. I got a smush running low on my patience. If I get them pop at his mama and them run to the station to get me locked, this shit outrageous. I ran it up and I hold it, I'm chasing. Shoot up the spot, get a different location. I'm in an all black SRT, me and Kill trying to raise it. This shit entertainment. Let's go.
Niggas Google pull up in the coupes, Caucasian. They pull up before, that's the best medication. Headed back to it too, like I'm Cajun. We drink shit up, then we bring the bag back with inflation. Ain't back to the base, talking numbers with 80. Better than the case on this plug here, 80. The ratio go south, it's back to the basic. bit in the front end and back ends in. Just put in a box on the back of the gym. Still working out like a franchise gym. I can set up a play, get you knocked out for Quinn. Talking that shit can be started again. We stalk them, ain't see them, and stalk them again. Have a shirt, every angle, I'm parked in the Benz. Walked on the stage with a bunch of IMs. I'm straight out the top, nigga, punch her right in. Put your bitch on the blunt, that shit the day's in. He came, I got pop, nigga, should've stayed in. Got rocks in my mouth, I talk umbrella business. I got up a lot with the umbrella. Smoke 2 blunts at a time, I get lit. Bitch, I put him, I'm checking your shit, split it, good. 20 model bitches in the village.
Trying to knock shit out, have them screaming out real nigga, copy 10P, but I wiki by zip. Must thought it was sweet, made him me, got him flips. And my pan brought a rock, he gon' dunk it like Kim. Pan brought a rock and he dunk it like Tim. I over the top, trying to knock off a limb, got 100 round clip. I bounce you the field, I got 20K stuck out beside of my deal. Tell him free out my dad, I got locked in the killer. He ain't got no hat, he cannot be a member. I pull up and say that box out of sprinter. Got sleep with a glide right on side of my pillow. On side if it's beef, I don't care about who with him. I hop out that V by myself, I send him. I'm stepping in Christian too much for a sinner. I'm just trying to hit, ain't got time to do dinner. This shit on my wrist, it'll blind you little niggas. I got a few bitches more sliding you niggas. The fuck I'ma look like co-signing you niggas. I'm reaching a bitch, I can buy you little niggas. I'm still in the trenches, that's how with gorillas. 2 straps on my head like I'm rocking suspender. My neighborhood know me from popping them pills. I'm lighting with O's of these neighborhood trophies. I got out the dirt, got me shining little nigga. Came a long way from that block selling nigga. Switched up the game, now the spot for the fit. Casino the game, cause we out taking risks. We stepped on that game, niggas on my kid. These little fuck niggas say my name more than my bitch. Yo bitch free game ain't part of my kid. This shit fresh out the drain, out the water my wrist.
Yo, man. Yo, man. So, you know, as I was making the thumbnail, I didn't feel like making the thumbnail over. You know, Trump say officially the guy's been caught, but first, dog, I want to show y'all something first, man. Just show y'all this. You know, old Nancy. Old Nancy is feisty. She's so feisty. We're going to go in on Nancy real fast. All right. You know, they got pictures of him, you know. They got him. They got the boy walking down the street, boy. Man, motherfuckers better quit committing crimes, man, because it's too easy to catch people these days. So, too easy. Should be too easy, dog. Damn. Oh, Nancy, man. I'm gonna show y'all what kind of weaponry this guy had, boo. Nigga, they can't correct this time. Ain't no fight. Ain't no ARs, none of that shit, no street shit for this type of job right here, man. Facts, man.
Straight out to former Army sharpshooter sniper Koa Lorimer. Koa, thank you for being with us. I'd like you to take a look, if you can, from your monitor, of what we have seen. A dark-clad figure is above the Sparks Automotive building. That's just one of the shots we have of the perp. And I'll just go ahead and say him, because statistically this is a man. Observe Koa. He is in dark clothing, clad all in dark. He dressed up for the event. This was an event, which I'm going to get into with our other guests later, that had been planned for weeks and months. There he is right there. There he is. And he actually jumped off the building. Huh. Why is it significant that we know this event had been planned for some time? Because anybody following Kirk would know exactly where he was going to be. And Koa Lorimer, he was in the most vulnerable position at the bottom of a pit, basically in a fish bowl with little security. But for your purposes, Koa, I want you to explain to me how you can get a shot. We've been told this is about 200 yards away from where Charlie Kirk.
Hey, remember I told y'all that I said this time this guy was way farther than when the Trump incident happened. I say this guy was, hey boy, he was like about 2 football fields away, boy. That's Army stuff, dog. That's Army stuff, y'all.
Kirk was speaking. How do you do that?
So, Nancy, You would want to use a high-powered rifle like I have right here. This is a bolt-action rifle used for precision shooting. It has a high-powered scope to magnify your target, and it keeps your target very clear. This would also be someone that has experience shooting or has been trained. You take anybody off the street, they're not going to be able to make a shot like this.
How unusual is it for, let's just say, someone of your caliber, a sharpshooter, a sniper, trained specifically to be a sniper? How rare is it to get off a shot 200 yards? Is that normal for an Army sniper, or is that unique?
For an Army sniper, it's very normal. I think the minimum distance of our qualifications starts at 300 yards and goes out to 1,000.
That was not what I was expecting you to say.
I told you.
I thought it was going to be rare. But you're saying, for an Army sniper of your caliber, a 200-yard shot, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I don't like that. You know why I don't like that? Because I thought it would be more rare for somebody to pull off a shot like that, Koa Lormore. But because it's not rare, that widens my pool of suspects. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Koa, all right, 200-yard shot. Don't you have to prepare for that? I mean,
You would have to
I
practice
find
at
it
the
hard
range.
to believe this is the first time this guy climbed to the top of Sparks Automotive and laid there and tried to get the shot. I think he had to have gone up there before to a sniper's nest and prepare. He had to have been up there to see where they were putting the tent. He had to be up there beforehand. My point is surveillance video and who was on the grounds prior to the shooting could reveal who is the shooter. Now, Koa, explain to me what you have to do to prepare to pull off a shot like that.
Well, this shot isn't just out of luck. The shooter obviously had prior training. He also had to conduct a reconnaissance operation to see where he was shooting, right, where Charlie was going to be at. This obviously was planned. His exit plan was also planned. So this guy didn't get lucky. It took some very intense planning.
Back to Koa Lormore joining us, former Army sniper who put in literally thousands
It's crazy.
of hours to become a sharpshooter. You said it's not just luck. But what about this? Would, for instance, an Army sniper shoot into a crowd of civilians?
He had to be very planning, calculated, right, just to hit Charlie and not to shoot any other unarmed civilians. He was obviously training at a range prior to. And if you look at the range logs, that's probably a telltale sign of who was there.
Koa, brilliant, brilliant. You know how a lot of sharpshooters have been brought down? By doing just what you just said. Looking at every range, even remote ones within a 25-mile radius to find out who has been practicing. Koa, you're dead on. You know this guy practiced and practiced and practiced long-range shooting. How does that work, Koa?
You practice long-range shooting by shooting in different environment types, taking the wind into account. You just have to have time and a lot of rounds downrange.
Okay, back to you, Koa. Explain, what is a bolt-action weapon?
This right here, Nancy, is an example of a bolt-action weapon. This itself is the bolt action. It opens and closes. So every time you shoot, you have to chamber another round. This is an example of one of the rounds that the shooter could have been
Hold it
shooting.
up, please.
This is a 308, and it's one of the most common
my
rounds.
stars, just wait a minute. Hold on. I've got to look at that. Zoom in on him. That is the type of bullet that went through Charlie's neck.
Salute, Queenie. Salute.
That is the type of
Happy
bullet
Friday to
that
you.
killed Charlie Kirk. Look at that.
She's so dramatic.
This SOB has got to be caught and put on trial.
She's gonna cry.
What? Explain to me, what type of ballistic is that? What type of bullet is that, Koa?
This is a 308. It's normally used the Army uses it to take down enemy personnel. It's also used for hunting large game such as deer, black bear, and wild hogs.
Straight back out to Koa Lormore, former Army sniper sharpshooter. The type of weapon specifically is a 30-06 caliber, high-powered bolt action. It's a military rifle, very popular with hunters. Several bullets, including a spent round found in the rifle's chamber, were recovered. Explain.
So 30-06 is extremely common among hunters all across the United States, especially in those Midwest states. And leaving the expended round in the chamber is essentially smart because you don't want to leave anything on the target. You don't want to leave anything on his sniper hide site.
Boy, on the roof, man.
What did you just say? You don't want to leave anything on a sniper what?
What y'all think about that, man? The boy on the roof again. Again. On the roof again? They ain't paid attention the first time? Man.
Sniper's nest.
Trump, you need to go get you some new elite security because they ain't securing your ass.
You're referring to. You don't want to leave anything there. So how he left the palm print?
Yeah, got you. You know, the palm print could also, gosh, I don't think it's going to be on the weapon. I think the forearm, how would a forearm print get on the weapon? Looks like he's wearing long sleeves. Where would the forearm print be found? Maybe from an earlier day when he was up there? How could you leave behind a forearm print, Koa?
The forearm print could be left behind either on the ground or on the weapon based on how looks like he's shooting laying down, which is the most stable shooting position for anyone.
Bro, you can't do shit now, dog. A forearm print. You telling me that you could leave a forearm print, not even your fingerprint, on a weapon? Damn, dog.
Long-range shooter.
Back to Koa Lormore, there's no way that security directly in front of Charlie could have protected him from a sniper at an elevated angle.
Kobe.
No, there's no way that they could have prevented this with security just standing right in front of him. They would have to have security a couple hundred meters out on all the buildings in the surrounding areas. It was just a bad combination.
Koa, I'd like to see the bullet that you were showing us again. Imagine that tearing through 31-year-old Charlie Kirk's throat, leaving behind a widow, a young widow, and 2 infant children.
Whoa. Damn, dog. That's cold, man. This is America, y'all. This is America, man. This is America. This is America, man. We're gonna, so what y'all think, dog? Y'all think, I'm gonna tell you, I told y'all what I think. I think these own people took him out, bro. Dog. Trained elite. I told y'all about them neck shots and shit. Man, it's kind of similar when you go to prison, man. You know, them gang members, dog, they be training too. Like, when you go to prison, you're going to see a lot of gang members working out together and shit. But that ain't all they working out on. Like, them essays, like, they be training on how to stab, fool. How to, where to stab a nigga at to unalive him real fast and shit like that. Dog, it's the same thing with them, bro. Go for the top, go for the neck. Bro, y'all don't think it's just mysterious these 2 people got shot in the neck, bro? Y'all don't think it's that these people that it's mysterious that these people got carbons on these bullets? The same carbons on these bullets, you know, on the Gentiles. Dog, this shit is all weird, bro. The healthcare worker. Same shit, bro. It's the same shit, bro. What y'all dealing with a hate group. A hate group, bro. An American hate group. You can't blame no other countries on this shit. Yeah. Yeah, you can't blame, You can't blame no other countries on this here, fool. So I guess they did get the nigga. They got him, dog. Hold on. We gonna go to this real fast. Yeah, bro. Like, I just think that they think we slow to the motherfucker, fool. They think we slow, y'all. We ain't slow. Hey, salute Waco, goddammit. Shout out to the 254, man. Central Texas in the motherfucking building, man. In case y'all didn't know. It's definitely in the building. But bro, I told y'all about this shit, dog. Like people gotta start reading, start doing their due diligence, fool, because man, a hate group with the media backing them up. I keep telling y'all, listen, fool, the only people that is gonna be able to stop this is people banding together. It ain't gonna be no one race stop this shit, nigga. If that was the case, it'd have been done. It'd have been done. It ain't gonna be no one race. It's gonna have to be whites, blacks, everybody band together against that bullshit that they got going on right now. You know? Has been programmed by them. He say, Starla, what did you like about Charlie Kirk, dog? That shit, dog. These are debilistic people, fool. It's just the bottom line, dog. Like, I don't be wanting to hurt. This is just my opinion. Everybody's entitled who they can like it, bro. This is like Trump son. This is like Trump's son. Like his protege. Yeah. Y'all let that sink in, man. Yeah, that's Trump's protege, bro. Meaning like, like he go to him for, that's his OG. Man, they're racist, bro. Bro, you gotta stand for something, bro. Like, you gotta stand for something, bro. You just can't see shit right in your face, dog, and just be like, you don't see it, fool. I don't like them kind of people. You know the people that play loaded? I call it playing loaded. Don't play loaded with me. You probably don't even get high. Get what I'm saying? Don't play loaded with me, man. Y'all know what the hell going on, man. Come on, man. It ain't about no friends. Y'all know what's going on, bro.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits. I know there has been speculation as well as to the writing on those casings, those bullet casings, and I believe we have that as well. And I will share that with you now. So the area north of Campus Drive Road where the suspect crossed over, you saw some of that in the video that we released last night, consists of a grassy area with trees on the edge of the UVU campus. Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this?" ? Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" ! Catch! ! Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow," and a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO." We are indebted to law enforcement across the state who's worked seamlessly together, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, and our federal partners with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We're grateful for everyone who worked together in such a short amount of time to find this person and to bring justice. I want to thank the public who has been so engaged, reviewing videos, helping us with sending in tips, and helping us get to this point. I want to thank the family members of Tyler Robinson who did the right thing in this case and were able to bring him into to law enforcement as well. I especially want to thank the family of Charlie Kirk, Erica, Charlie's parents, his children. I want us to be thinking of them as we bring justice in this case. They will be involved in that justice. We will be working very closely with them as we move through this process as well. This is a very sad day for our country, a terrible day for the state of Utah. But I'm grateful that at this moment we have an opportunity to bring closure to this very dark chapter in our nation's history. With that, I will now turn the microphone over to the Director of the FBI, Kash Patel.
Thank you, Governor. This is what happens when you let good cops be cops. The FBI and our partners are proud to stand here today together to bring justice to the family of Charlie Kirk and honor his memory. I want to express my deep gratitude to President Trump, the Vice President, and the entire White House who have been so incredibly supportive with both resources and just personally to the FBI as a team. They had our backs the entire way, and I just want to express my gratitude for giving us the resources we need to operate in this space to bring this sort of justice at this sort of speed. In 33 hours, we have made historic progress for Charlie. Governor Cox, our partnership has been absolutely incredible these last few days. Our partnership will endure. Your state and local partners, your sheriffs, your DPS community has been unbelievably impressive in the hardest of times. And a case like this cannot be solved, cannot be brought without partnering with your state and local authorities. The FBI has a certain role to play, and we will play that role, and we will lead out for the federal government. But Governor Cox, we are so grateful for your state partnership that led out on this investigation. A little bit of the timeline. Charlie was shot at 12:23 p.m. on Wednesday. The first FBI agents arrived on scene in 16 minutes with chiefs of police at 12:39 and secured the scene. The FBI immediately launched fixed-wing assets. We utilized these assets to transport personnel, specialty technicians, hostage rescue teams. We also utilized these assets to go back and forth from the East Coast and here in Utah to transport forensic evidence and other evidence that will be analyzed and is being analyzed at our FBI laboratories in Quantico and other laboratories, including the ATF. At my direction, the FBI released the first set of FBI photos of the suspect at 10 a.m. local time on 9/11. Then, shortly thereafter, the FBI reward of $100,000 was released at 10:45 a.m. local. Myself and Deputy Director Bongino arrived on the scene at approximately 5:30 p.m. on 9/11. The governor led a press conference last night at approximately 8 p.m., where at my direction, the FBI released a never-before-seen video of the suspect. We also released new images to the public of the suspect. And just last night, the suspect was taken into custody at 10 p.m. local time. In less than 36 hours, 33 to be precise, thanks to the full weight of the federal government and leading out with the partners here in the state of Utah and Governor Cox, the suspect was...
So y'all knew he been locked up since 10 o'clock last night. Y'all been knew the nigga was locked up. Y'all just didn't want to tell us, right?
apprehended in a historic time period. And I want to highlight what Governor Cox said. This would not have been possible without you, the media, and you, the public. That's why we went so public, so fast, and we're so transparent, and we're committed to that transparency. The crime scene, just a little bit there. It is a large crime scene. State and local authorities, along with federal authorities, processed that crime scene quickly. And I even had the ability to walk through that crime scene and walk through the steps the suspect took to learn more about what was needed and what resources we needed to bear to create a full picture for the FBI and leadership back in Washington. Furthermore, thankfully to state and local partners, forensic evidence has been seized and continues to be garnered. Forensic evidence has already been evaluated at FBI laboratories in Quantico and state and local authorities here. We will continue to process evidence as we see it, as we collect it, and we will continue to deliver it to Governor Cox and his team. Last night, we had a total of approximately 7,000 leads. As of this morning, thanks to your great work, we have over 11,000 leads that were called in to the FBI. And we are running out every single lead that we can. Every one of those leads will be run out. The arrest is a testament to the dedication of good law enforcement being great and partnerships in law enforcement, which I've tried to highlight as my tenure as the director of the FBI. There is no better relationship for law enforcement than the FBI to partner with state and local authorities, and you've seen it here in these last few days. The FBI Salt Lake field office, along with our offices in LA, Phoenix, Denver.
Hey, but they can, it's a freedom of speech now. Trolls can rock out, man. Everybody you have a right to believe in who you want to believe in. I told y'all this is why I don't talk about politics over here, because you see what happens. This is what happens. Politics and religion is off limit on my platform, even though I could tell y'all a whole lot about this shit. I just choose not to because people get mad.
San Antonio, Las Vegas, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, our headquarters component in Quantico, all participate in the FBI. I want to express my deep gratitude to the employees of the FBI, the men and women, the evidence response team tacticians, the special operators, the agents, the support staff. You have done monumental work in historic time when the public, who had a right to demand such an expeditious solving of an investigation, The FBI answered that call diligently, critically important to our nation, and we delivered. And I'm proud to be their leader, and I'm proud to be the director of the FBI. This is a very much an ongoing investigation, as the governor said, and we will continue to work with state and local authorities to develop the investigation, to provide them the evidence they need for their ongoing prosecutions, and we will be here to answer every call they absolutely have, as long as it takes, for as long as we need to find and apprehend whatever suspects were involved in this crime. Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
They mad at this nigga.
Thank you, and good morning. I would just like to take a few minutes as the sheriff to express my gratitude for everybody who has played a part in this investigation. As you know, it's been a vast, a complicated, and a very, very fast-paced investigation. You're looking at people standing up here who are running on, if they got an hour's sleep in the last couple of days, they're probably lucky. It has been very taxing. It has been so impressive, speaking on behalf of the local law enforcement.
Good News Channel seems to think that came from the director of the FBI. Hey, that's something. Hey, that's some real talk, Good News Channel. I like that. See, people not paying attention, bro. Nigga, these is assassins, nigga. One shot wonder. That's all he needed was one shot, y'all. One shot wonder. That's it. Hey, hey, from 200, what they said, I forget what she said. I don't want to lie to y'all. I got to get the real intel. But, yeah, nigga. Yeah.
To see the cooperation that we've seen in this type of case. Across the state, sheriffs, chiefs, our state partners have stepped up and have come to the call on anything that we needed. Our county chiefs have been phenomenal. Our Utah County Attorney, Jeff Gray, who's standing up here with us, has been phenomenal in leading us through this investigation. I would like to thank the federal government for their resources, their assets. Our local team here, our FBI team, has been extraordinary in helping us work through this and bring this person to justice. Most of all, I would like to thank the public, and specifically, I would like to thank the public who turned to prayers and who turned to positiveness for us. I would like to thank them on behalf of the law enforcement community because we needed those prayers. That's what we needed to get through this. We needed your support, and you gave it to us. We needed your patience, and you gave it to us. And I would like to thank you for the Kirk family because that's what they need, is your support and your prayers, and that will get us through all of this. So thank you, everybody, for everybody that have stepped up. We've had such a phenomenal response to this. Thank you.
I also want to give a special thanks to the Attorney General and the Department of Justice. Their unwavering support and their commitment to justice is shown true here. And without AG Bondi and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and the resources they brought to bear, we would not have been able to complete our mission. And I just want to say special thanks. It's an honor to be a part of the Department of Justice.
Thank you again to our incredible law enforcement team who has worked so hard. Sheriff, I got a solid 90 minutes last night, so I'm probably the most well-rested person up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I get the microphone, so I hope you'll permit me a moment just to share a few more thoughts about where we are and how we got here and maybe a little bit of where we go from here. I don't want to get too preachy, but I think it's important that we, with eyes wide open, understand what's happening in our country today. I've heard people say, well, why are we so invested in this? There's violence happening all across our country, and violence is tragic everywhere. and every life taken is a child of God who deserves our love and respect and dignity. This is certainly about the tragic death, political assassination of Charlie Kirk. But it is also much bigger than an attack on an individual. It is an attack on all of us. It is an attack on the American experiment. It is an attack on our ideals. This cuts to the very foundation of who we are, of who we have been, and who we could be in better times. Political violence is different than any other type of violence for lots of different reasons. One, because in the very act that Charlie championed of expression, that freedom of expression that is enshrined in our founding documents, in having his life taken in that very act,
What it do, bro?
makes it more difficult for people to feel like they can share their ideas, that they can speak freely. We will never be able to solve all the other problems, including the violence problems that people are worried about, if we can't have a clash of ideas safely and securely. Even, especially those ideas with which you disagree. That's why this matters so much. Over the last 48 hours, I have been as angry as I have ever been. As sad as I have ever been. And it was, as anger pushed me to the brink, it was actually Charlie's words that pulled me back. I'd like to share some of those. And specifically right now, if I could, I need to talk to the young people in our state, in my state, and all across the country. As President Trump reminded me, he said, you know who really loved Charlie? The youths. And he was right. Young people loved Charlie, and young people hated Charlie. And Charlie went into those places anyway. And these are the words that have helped me. Charlie said, when people stop talking, that's when you get violence. He said, the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. Welcome without judgment, love without condition, forgive without limit. He said, always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so.
That nigga wrote him a funeral speech. Nigga, on the capture. Ain't this something you supposed to say at the funeral? This nigga wrote a whole funeral speech.
So much. A few months ago, I referenced this last night, Charlie posted to social media, when things are moving very fast and people are losing their minds, it's important to stay grounded. Turn off your phone, read scripture, spend time with friends, and remember, internet fury is not real life. It's going to be okay. He again said, when you stop having a human connection with someone you disagree with, it becomes a lot easier to commit violence. He said, what we as a culture have to get back to is being able to have a reasonable agreement, where violence is not an option. Now, again, to my young friends out there, you are inheriting a country where politics feels like rage. It feels like rage is the only option. But through those words, we have a reminder that we can choose a different path. Your generation has an opportunity to build a culture that is very different than what we are suffering through right now. Not by pretending differences don't matter, but by embracing our differences and having those hard conversations. I think we need more moral clarity right now. I hear all the time that words are violence. Words are not violence. Violence is violence.
got the homie involved. Oh, shit.
And there is one person responsible for what happened here. And that person is now in custody and will be charged soon and will be held accountable.
Why did nigga making this shit sound like a movie?
And yet all of us have an opportunity right now to do something different. I want to thank my fellow Utahns. For 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us, that somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I had hoped for, just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. And indeed, Utah is a special place. We lead the nation in charitable giving. We lead the nation in service every year. But it did happen here. And it was one of us. But I want you to look at how Utahns reacted the last 2 nights. There was no rioting. There was no looting. There were no cars set on fire. There was no violence. There were vigils and prayers and people coming together to share the humanity. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is the answer to this. We can return violence with violence. We can return hate with hate. And that's the problem with political violence, is it metastasizes, because we can always point the finger at the other side. And at some point, we have to find an off-ramp, or it's going to get much, much worse. But see, these are choices that we can make. History will dictate if this is a turning point for our country. But every single one of us gets to choose right now if this is a turning point for us. We get to make decisions. We have our agency. And I desperately call on every American, Republican, Democrat, liberal, progressive, conservative, MAGA, all of us to please, please, please follow what Charlie taught me. I'll just conclude with words I share often from a friend and author, Yuval Levin, who was asked if he was optimistic about our country. And he said, I'm not optimistic. He said, I hate optimism. Like, that sounds bad. But he said, optimism is a vice. It's this idea that good things are just going to happen. And he said, in the history of the world, good things have never just happened. He says, I'm not optimistic, but I am hopeful. And hope is the virtue that sits between the vices of optimism and pessimism. Hope is the idea that good things are going to happen because we can make them so. I still believe in our country. And I know Charlie Kirk believed in our country. I still believe that there is more good among us than evil. And I still believe that we can change the course of history. I'm hopeful because Americans can make it so. Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to answer any questions you might have.
Governor, can you speak to whether the suspect is speaking with authorities and his demeanor, Tyler Robinson, when he turned himself in?
I cannot speak to that right now.
Governor, how do you interpret the engravings on casing?
Well, I will leave that up to you to interpret what those engravings mean. I think the clearest one that says "catch fascist," there's not. And by the way, that's like catch like a ball, catch this. That's I think that speaks for itself.
Governor, you indicated that he had been communicating. Please. This level of hatred that this person expressed. Beyond that, is there anything in your view that you discovered that they have rationalized and changed to prompt him to get such a horrific?
There's nothing more that we can share at this time.
Governor, you indicated that he had been communicating with a friend on Discord about the gun.
Do you anticipate any more arrests? We do not at this time have any information that would lead to any additional arrests.
Do you believe he acted alone?
Yes, but the investigation is ongoing.
Can you talk more about the family, what they have to say about the suspect?
How he came into custody of police and where he is right now?
Yes, so right now, Mr. Robinson has been booked into the Utah County Jail. You heard the president this morning report that he was taken into custody, that his family and a friend helped to deliver him into custody of law enforcement in Washington County. For those of you that don't know where Washington County is, it is the southwesternmost part of the state of Utah. It's about a 3.5 to 4 hour drive from here, where we are right now, and that's where he lived and where they turned him in. Please, I go here. I can't share any more than what I've already shared. Yeah. So how we obtained the gun? The gun was found here. So I don't have much more details on that. We do know that he drove. We had his car here on campus, and then we had his car going south back to the St. George. It's actually the city of Washington in Washington County.
Is he talking with authorities and did he discuss a road?
I'm sorry? We don't have any information that would lead us to believe that. Yes, in fact, it was just released. Yes.
Talking with authorities and did he discuss a motive?
I can't answer that right now. Yeah, thank you. Over here.
Very eloquently about trying to reunite this country. Do you feel this is a watershed in American history?
I absolutely believe that this is a watershed in American history. Yes. The question is, what kind of watershed? And that chapter remains to be written. Is this the end of a dark chapter in our history, or the beginning of a darker chapter in our history? Look, I mean, if you look at true political assassinations in this country of someone of this stature, this feels a lot like the late 60s.
What's the sense of what questions they gonna ask this nigga, Max? Like, y'all don't want to incriminate yourselves, right? Mm-hmm.
And having one so gruesomely displayed on camera in all of our hands and in all of our pockets. We are not wired as human beings biologically, historically. We have not evolved in a way that we are capable of processing those types of violent imagery. And by the way, we've seen another one with a gruesome stabbing very recently that went viral. This is not good for us. It is not good to consume. Social media is a cancer on our society right now. And I would encourage people to log off, turn off, touch grass, hug a family member, go out and do good in your community. That is happening, and it's happening organically right now. Had a friend in a small city in Utah who said, we're getting together. The Republicans and Democrats in my little town are getting together to have a discussion last night, just to find a way to find their better angels. So yes, this could be. I mean, again, you have to go back to JFK to have seen a video live of something like this happening. I wasn't born until 1975, but I know that things were really dark in the late 60s. Sorry to some of you. I know some of you were there. But this is our moment. Do we escalate, or do we find an off-ramp? And again, it's a choice. It's a choice, and every one of us gets to make that choice. Two more questions right here.
Could we clarify that the release of those enhanced images at 8 p.m., the timeline that Director Patel gave us, led to the arrest at 10 p.m.? Is there a direct connection between those two events?
I cannot comment if there is a direct connection or not, but all I can say is that through some process, the family came to know that this had happened.
One more thing, Governor. Could you just clarify the clothing issue you mentioned earlier? Was he changing outfits?
Correct. Yes. So when he's first spotted on campus, he has different clothing on, and then he changes clothing on the roof, and then changed back into that clothing at some point, so that when he was apprehended, when he was arrested, the clothing matched the clothing he had on before the shooting here at UVU. Last question here. Yes.
Suspect was fresh and top. Can you kind of tell us a little bit more about where, and was he a student here at the scene, and is there any history of mental illness?
Yeah. So I don't have any information on the mental illness part. He was not a student here at UVU. He was living and had lived for a long time with his family in Washington County, in the southernmost part of our state. Thank you, everyone, for your great work in getting this information out. I would just say, process-wise, this may be important. I know many of you aren't familiar with the process in Utah. I think it's important that you understand that. Basically, we have 3 days for charging documents to be filed. A CI will be filed. We'll have more information then, more detailed information as those charging documents are filed in preparation for a preliminary hearing. So 3 days. So, we would anticipate then that early next week, those charging documents will be filed. We will obviously be working, the county attorney will be working very closely with Mr. Kirk's family as those documents and decisions are prepared and made. Thanks, everyone.
That's it, y'all. That about summed it up, dog. That shit's crazy, dog. Crazy ill, dog. Motherfuckers just went and smoked that boy. Smoked him, man. It's like, smoked that nigga, dog. That shit's crazy, y'all. Just did him like, they don't care about shit, man. Chat, y'all going out up in the chat. It's crazy work, dog. Let me see. Man, I'm finna get my ass out of here. Lay down, man. Y'all know I just got out work. Y'all was rocking and rolling, man. Tomorrow we're gonna do a stream, y'all. Shit. I'm tired today, dog. Tired of the motherfucker. Y'all rocking and rolling about this topic in the chat. Y'all going straight berserk, man. That shit's crazy. Y'all gotta stop that, dog. Stop being so mean about these politics and shit, dog. Y'all go crazy about the politics, don't y'all? Crazy about the politics, dog. That's why I don't talk about it, dog. Y'all be going out, and y'all know I don't vote, so I can't argue with y'all. I just know about the shit. I read a lot and watch the news and shit, but you can't win that. Politics and religion, man, it's gonna create an argument every time, bro. It's gonna create an argument every single time. Every time, dog. I promise you, dog. I don't even get in it. I let y'all rock out, man. Shit, as long as y'all ain't disrespecting me or saying no bullshit, I'm good, man. Trolls rock out, nigga. I troll too. Oh, shit, what the fuck you mean? You know? Goddamn something been on my goddamn brain, dog. I can't find it, dog. Yeah, okay, I found it. I'm gone, y'all.
DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh. Woke up this morning, feeling like a millionaire.
Woke up feeling good today, you know what I'm saying?
Woke up this morning,
Woke up ready to get right to that paper. Straight to it. Wow, baby. DJ Fresh, come on. I woke up feeling great because the hard work pays off. Fully committed, no breaks or days off. Even on the holidays, I'm making that paper stack. In fact, I'm chasing the sack, even in the sack to be exact. I mean, I'm getting paid while I sleep. There ain't too many purchases out of reach. I never been a leech, always earn my keep. Because you reap what you sow. It's about who you know, not what you know. But that don't mean to stop learning. Regardless what you got or not, the world's still turning. Me, I'm not concerning myself with anybody feeble-minded. If there's a path to paper, I'ma find it. Some call it perfect timing, and some say it's luck. But all I did was ready myself for when opportunity struck. I stuck to the script and didn't change. I stayed true to the game, and now we all stacking our change. You know what I'm saying, man? I woke up ready to grind, you know what I'm saying? Where it's at, I'm coming for it, you know what I'm talking about? Now that I'm woke, I'ma get straight to it. No excuses, time to go and do it. Hustle is fluid, that mean it forever evolve and change with the elements. Hustle with elegance, now my pocket's fat as elephants. New developments, but you not privy. If you got a vibe that's iffy, then sorry, I'm busy. Please miss me with that petty conversation. I'm all about calculating the profit elevation. It's no exaggeration, I'm only stating cold hard facts. It's very few can do the routine and work to the max. The way I stack up racks is quite amazing. Working while I waited my turn, had to be patient. And while they on vacation, see me, I'm on the clock. Chasing guap, if you raking grinders, I'm the top. I'm on a mission that'll never stop till my heart quit beating. Soon as I wake up, it's check season. This for all the go-getters out there. Whatever you getting, keep getting it. You know I'ma get it. You know I gets down. Let me activate my serotonin two-way receptor. With wheel finesse, a slab guard in my sector. Cadillac collector, 10 sets of keys on the dresser. I'ma betcha you ain't never seen candy wetter. None better on mayo and mustard, you should catch up. Riding with my FNN and to put the tech up. I suggest you think twice before you try to press up. Only aim for the neck up, you gon' need more than a checkup. I was always taught when you on top to never let up. I'm a money getter, if I fall then I get up. Head on the swivel, eyes open for the setup. Bless up, clean your mess up, it's time to put your best up. Yes sir, I got dollars, I got crypto, I got pints, I got pounds, I get euros, I get them, been getting mine out of town. I got paper, I get coins, I get money, I got crowns, I got diamonds, I got gold, I get mine, yeah, I get down, I get down. Yeah, I get down. Yeah, I get down.